Welcome to Your Health, where we explore the latest in health across the country. I'm your host, Erica Cardenas. March is National Nutrition Month, so we thought we'd head over to a popular food delivery service to see why this is catching on across the country. But before we get started, let's take a look at what's coming up on today's show. Heart disease is the topic at a free community event to educate the public and how hormones that are out of balance can affect your overall health. Plus a healthy dinner you can share with your loved one for that special occasion. All that and more on this episode of Your Health. We're here at Sunfare, a food delivery service that's helping people near and far reach their weight loss goals. And joining me now is their CEO, John Stewart, to tell us more. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
First off, what do you do here at Sunfare?
We prepare fresh, healthy meals and deliver them to your home on a daily basis. Everything that we do is completely customized to an individual so that we're preparing foods that you want to eat. You know, our whole belief is we can put food in your refrigerator that you want to eat, that you'll eat the food and it's been customized to you for your nutritional needs, so you'll be able to get the results you're looking for, whether that be weight loss or health concerns or anything like that.
Your food looks beautiful.
Thank you.
So many colors, so many varieties. What types of food do you offer here?
The thing that's important to us is to start with the best ingredients. So we're going out there, we're searching for the best organic, all natural, you know, never injected with any sort of hormones or anything like that. Like all of our eggs are organic. So we'll prepare a menu depending on what you like. So when you come to us, we want to prepare meals specifically for you. So you go through a listing of every ingredient we use in the kitchen and mark off the things that you don't like. We then go and prepare a menu that's specific for your needs. And then at the time of preparation, we'll weigh it, measure it, omit ingredients if you don't like it. So every time it comes to your house, you're having food that you enjoy eating.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, you cover it all, right?
We cover it all. Yeah.
Okay.
We can set you up on a complete program where we do everything. The only thing that we ask is you drink lots of water with it.
John, tell us who your typical customer is.
The majority of our customers are working, busy professionals that care about their health needs and to be able to feed their families healthy as well. So they're just time-starved clients.
So talk to me about what some of those health benefits are to having a food delivery service deliver your food to you.
You know, we're not going to offer anything that you can't get at the local store. It's just the fact that we're preparing these meals, we're portioning them out specifically for you. When you have food that is designed specifically for you, it's easy to go and have that meal and get the results you're looking for, whether it be weight loss or controlling cholesterol levels or blood pressure or anything like that.
So March is National Nutrition Month, and so do you have any tips or advice that you could give people on eating healthy?
Yeah, I think it's to plan ahead. I think it's the most important thing is to have food at your fingertips, so when and good choices, so that when it's time to eat, you eat. When we just get hungry, our blood sugar levels drop and we get hungry and we go and we make bad decisions. So have food at your fingertips. You know, we've been around for 22 years, but there's a lot of other services that are popping up that are preparing meals and offering solutions that you can eat healthy. And so it's something to look at because it does make a difference having a meal at your fingertips.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what has some of the feedback been from clients of Sunfare?
Amazing. I mean, it's been such a journey. You know, obviously it's a business, but it's a business that's been able to fulfill us, you know, emotionally, because seeing the struggles people have with weight loss and stuff like that, having them be able to lose the weight and get results and feel good about themselves. I mean, that's priceless there.
Well, I'm super excited to sign up to receive some Sunfare meals.
Excellent.
If you'd like more information, just head over to sunfare.com. Heart health is one thing that is impacted by your diet choices, so the experts at Honor Health are putting on an event to educate us all about heart disease.
Scottsdale Interventional Forum started in January of 2004. The first one there was about 40 doctors in the audience. And just by comparison, last year we had over 800 attendees. Physicians come from all over the globe, either as attendees or as faculty. I can tell you that the greatest cardiovascular minds on the planet come as faculty to teach at Scottsdale Interventional Forum. We have over 100 didactic lectures. We have a number of hands-on models and displays for people to use. We have a number of computer simulators so you can actually practice doing interventional procedures. But the pride and joy of this meeting is the fact that we do 14 or 15 live cases. In other words, the physicians, the cath lab staff, the nurses who come to this meeting, we all learn together, can see these live case demonstrations of the most advanced technologies, the most advanced catheter-based therapies for the treatment of heart disease.
I think that every private practice cardiologist will tell you that sometimes you feel like you're not as directly involved as you used to be in terms of new and different things. And this brings the technologies of tomorrow to the cardiologists of today.
One of the things that we're most proud of is the fact that we have an evening symposium, but not for doctors and nurses, but for the lay community, for the Scottsdale and Phoenix community.
To come to the forum and learn allows you both an access point to ask general questions, and it will expose you to terminology that your doctors will utilize with you, and that way you can understand it better when you're in the room talking to your own private physician.
My talk this year actually goes into the history of heart attack treatment. I think that it's extraordinary that in such a short period of time we've seen this evolution from coronary disease being largely a death sentence to being something now that you just sort of have to live with, but that really doesn't necessarily take away most of the things that you want to do in life. I think that coming to the community educational event is fabulous for anybody who has had heart disease or has had heart disease touch their families or their lives. It's a really great opportunity to learn more about the #1 killer in the United States and to be able to appreciate all the things that can be done now to help decrease your risk and help to manage that problem if it does arise.
One easy nutrition tip is to fill up on fiber. Studies show that by adding fiber to your diet, you'll not only lose weight, but you'll keep it off. It's as simple as adding beans to your salad or eating oats for breakfast. Here's what's coming up next on the show. The benefits of getting your hormones in balance, and a hospital that's giving to the community by providing access to health care. No one knows your body better than you, and SottoPelle helps you reconnect with the best you can be at any age. Let's take a look at how they're helping you restore your quality of life.
SottoPelle came about back in the early 90s when my late husband, Dr. Tutera, was asked to put in a pellet, and he said, sure, but what's a pellet? From there, he took over a practice of placing pellets inside a body, and he learned quickly that not everybody has the same size. He individualized it. We came here and started putting on seminars, informational events to explain to everybody what a pellet was, because at the time, nobody really knew what a pellet did or what it was. The offices of the company were designed to be inviting and friendly, as if you're walking into your living room. They are treated professionally by front desk, back office, and a personalized physician for them.
Generally, when people first come to see us, it's because they're not feeling their best. After looking at the patient's blood work and we determine that they're a good candidate for hormone therapy, we get them started on the pellets. And what the pellets are is it's bioidentical hormone replacement. We're essentially replacing the hormones that they're missing. So we use their blood work, their height and weight, their symptoms, a variety of things to determine what it is they need.
The patients who come into a SottoPelle office can range in age from their early 30s up into 80s. We've even had patients in their early 90s because they want to feel better. They know that something is not right, so they're looking for help in seeking what was the best treatment for them.
The pellets are actually quite unique, particularly because we place them under the skin in the hip area. We do this because you can kind of set it and forget it. There's a lot of different hormone therapies on the market right now. people are constantly looking for help. What makes this therapy the safest is that we're using bioidentical hormones, meaning that the chemical structure of the hormone I give you is identical to what you make in your body. So it is the safest form. Your body knows exactly what to do with it. We're not taking them orally, so the body isn't having to process through the liver. This is going straight into the bloodstream. I really love doing what I do, specifically because I get to see people feel better. So generally speaking, the second time they come in to see me, it's night and day. They felt terrible, now they feel fabulous. I feel like I was a little part of that, so it's very rewarding.
We're in 4 locations around the area of Phoenix. We're in Glendale, Chandler, Scottsdale, and Paradise Valley offices. We ask people to visit us online for more information at SottoPelleTherapy.com.
At the nonprofit Thundermist Health Center, their goal is to bring health care to those who need it most and at the same time, advance healthy lifestyles.
Thundermist is an incredible place.
When patients come to Thundermist, we think of them as a whole person.
Any patient that walks in the door is going to get the care that they need in this, in what we talk about is the circle of care.
How we differ from a primary care office is the breadth of services we have.
We do everything from the behavioral health standpoint, dental needs, we have full dental clinics, and any other social work and the social determinants of health.
It's very difficult to achieve overall health if the oral health is not taken care of as well.
Behavioral health access in Rhode Island is really at a crisis level. It's very difficult to find, it's very difficult to navigate, so having it embedded and integrated right within a primary care setting is really important.
We screen patients for what we say social determinants of health. So it's really any barriers that they might face. They have food insecurity, they have housing issues, if they're having problems getting to the provider's office, just a wide variety, and we really then connect them either with the community health worker or the in-house social services to address those needs.
Medical providers can basically ask behavioral health providers to come right into the exam room if when they're treating the patient they identify the patient has a behavioral health condition. The patient already trusts their primary care provider, and then by bringing in the behavioral health provider they're transferring the trust.
Most people say they like going to one place. They like being able to have their doctors communicate more easily with each other. The providers know each other on a closer basis.
Well, it's nice that I don't have to travel to different places. I've seen 3 different doctors, 4 different doctors here.
This is just one place where you can get all kinds of care. It's not just one thing that they help you with, they help you with a lot of things.
What was different is we have a lot of support staff who works very hard to make sure that these patients get all their needs met. We're not just the provider and the patient. We have a huge staff that works to help the patient after they leave the office.
Thundermist is an environment that supports the establishment of continuity care, so care where one physician and one patient team together, but also is constantly looking to the community for guidance regarding new programs, services, and things that we can do to help make our community healthier.
For example, we started to see the need of healthy eating. So we've done community gardens, we do farmers markets. We look at all our programs with that eye on the community need, whether it be medical or the surrounding services that we provide.
It's really all the wraparound and supportive services that they need to not only address their health, but their basic needs.
They actually care about the people they're treating, and to me that makes a big difference.
One quick swap you can make is water for those sweetened juices and sports drinks. The sugar, calories, and artificial colorings can actually lead to weight gain if you drink too much. So focus on more water. We'll be right back. A chef shows us how to make a healthy romantic dinner for your loved one, and one woman's battle with addiction and her road to recovery.
Your Health is brought to you by Thundermist Health Center, a full-service primary care provider with dental and behavioral health services.
a healthy and romantic dinner for the next special occasion, we've got the dish for you.
So today I'm going to show you guys how to make vegetable enmoladas. My experience on Top Chef Mexico was night and day to my experience in Top Chef US. Enmoladas are similar to enchiladas, and they just pack a crazy flavor punch, and you can make them in literally 5 minutes. Both incredible experiences, both made me the person that I am today. Top Chef Mexico was a lot of me and coming back to the roots, going back to the basics of my culture. Instead of deep frying my tortillas, I just put a little bit of neutral blend oil so I can get a pliable tortilla. Today I'm going to do a veggie enmoladas, which are enchiladas. Instead of using a chili-based sauce, I'm going to use a mole negro with a little bit of sesame. So it's a black sesame mole, if you would. And I do a vegetarian version right now. Root vegetables are beautiful. So here I have my very hot pan that I'm going to saute my vegetables in, and they are just dressed in a little bit of a pumpkin seed dressing. We have sunchokes, potatoes, romanesco, and carrots. So that's just gonna go in a flash. So I like that this is a vegetable forward dish, and I feel good after eating it. And I just wanna warm them through, so when they stuff them inside the tortilla, they're also just gonna have the warmth. Nothing worse than a cold center in an enchilada. El Jardín is what they call a passion project. It's a very personal project, and it has real faces behind the dishes and inspired by stuff I grew up with, people I know, art that I love. So here, just like you would any protein filling, you want to go ahead and put the filling in the center of the tortilla. And the reason why you fry your tortillas is if they were not cooked, at least partially, you wouldn't be able to roll them, they would crack. This is my plate, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer them onto here. You know your mole is perfect when it has that sheen and it's very, very silky. And now I like to pair the enmoladas with a little bit of an herb vegetable salad next to it, and we have beautiful vegetables and herbs in our garden. So we have some shiso leaves, we have some fava bean leaves, cilantro, we have jamaica leaves, a little bit of kale, and our little honey vinaigrette dressing, which is also, it's tart, spicy, has acid, some pickled red onions. Just toss that together. And this cuts through the thick, rich flavor of the mole. I think it's a perfect time to eat, all those warm root vegetables. Mole brings warmth to any soul, and I think that this dish is perfect for wanting to eat healthy, but wanting to stay in flavorful realms. And there you have beautiful, healthy Valentine's Day celebration dinner. Enjoy.
Stick around, we have more to come on Your Health. See how one woman's journey led her to heal at Decision Point, and what you should do before you grocery shop to stay healthy. Getting on a path to recovery was a struggle for Izzy, but with the help of Decision Point, she's now on her way to success.
Where I grew up was like, if you can keep doing the stuff you need to do and you can still manage to get messed up, then it's fine. That lifestyle stayed with me. It was, if I had a good day, I wanted to get drunk. If I had a bad day, I wanted to get drunk. I lived with my good friends at the time, and I guess they got to see me behind closed doors. I kind of tried to play it off like, I'm fine, everything's fine. I didn't want my problems to be a burden on them or kind of seem like I was throwing a pity party for myself. They got to see me become an isolation drinker and disappear kind of inside. People talk about how when they go to treatment, they're in a shell of themselves, and that's what it was. They've been talking with Decision Point, and they gave me an intervention, and they said, we can't help you, and we know you can't help yourself, but we're taking you to some place that can, and it did. Decision Point has done so much for me. I don't even know where to begin. Their group therapy is awesome. I had never been in that type of a setting before. They wanted me to talk about my problems, and I've never really had that My feelings and hardships, they were important, and they made me okay with myself in ways that I had never been even before I started using drugs. I've had friends that were girls my entire life, but it's never reached the level of depth that it did when I was there. A&R was awesome, activities and recreation. They do a really good camping trip. It's a lot of fun. We also did, recovery-oriented exercises, like we had time to kind of meditate in the forest alone. It was just nice to be out of a treatment setting and being able to enjoy myself and knowing oh, this is actually gonna be possible. They set me up for living a life outside of treatment. I still live in Prescott. I go to meetings in my home group. I work at a restaurant here, and I also house manage. I fellowship, and I just surround myself with sober people. It's crazy that I can wake up and know that I'm capable of living a day, going to work, getting errands done, doing things that I never used to be able to do without either being on something to give me the energy to get through it or drinking something afterwards to reward me. That's something that I never thought that I would have for myself. Thanks to Decision Point, I've been sober for 16 months.
We'd like to thank Sunfare for having us out today, but before we go, here are a few more tips to keep you on a good nutritional path. Shop smart, make a list and stick to it. Studies show if you eat a healthy meal before you grocery shop, you'll make healthier choices. You've heard it before, cut back on refined carbs. White flour, pasta, and bread are low in fiber and digest quickly, so you're hungry more often. Instead, choose complex carbs like oats, grains, and veggies. Finally, snack smart. Stash pre-portioned mixed nuts in your car or bag so when you get hungry, you're not tempted to reach for those unhealthy items. Thank you for joining us on Your Health. I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.